up, bros? I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. This week on the podcast, we are going to be going over our 4K spotlight for the month of December. And then we'll be going over the Pleaser Teasers, which is a new segment that we were introducing. So we'll be going over those. So it's the trailers that got released in November, since this is the first episode of the month. So yeah, with that, we got lots to talk about. So let's say we get right into it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, this is Mikey T.
And Grant.
And Billy.
And we are Failing
In
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah, you're listening to the All Bros podcast with
Caleb and Jonathan Rose.
Or just Rose.
Is it Rose or Jonathan?
I don't know. Caleb calls him Rose. He introduces himself Jonathan. It's a thing.
But he's as sweet as a rose.
He's a very nice person.
And as
the only
murderous as a Jonathan.
Yes.
I've never had someone talk so much about my name. But I appreciate the nice compliment. That was very nice of you guys.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you knew this, but when they were creating these like little promos for us, they sent us like 8 different varieties. And so I finally like created videos for each one of them. So now I'll be able to like pick which one at random and just be like, oh, that one.
Okay, hell yeah.
So it's gonna be a surprise
hilarious.
like every week which
Okay,
one gets
dude,
selected.
I love it.
Or every 3 weeks, I guess, because we switch off. But
I always forget sometimes how much people probably get confused that, yeah, like they said, even though on the live, below my name it says Rose, but I still introduce myself as Jonathan. Caleb calls me Rose. I'm sure it gets confusing as hell.
I'm sure it does too.
So if anyone, to clarify everything, my first name is Jonathan, my last name is Rose, but Caleb has called me Rose ever since I've known him since junior high. That's how it's been. It's been a staple. And honestly, if he ever calls me Jonathan, I know that something's wrong. So, yeah.
Yep. It almost feels like dirty when I say anything else other than Rose.
Yes. See, I think he just had to stop himself from saying Jonathan.
Yeah, I did, because I was like,
see? Oh, shit.
Yeah. But anyway, getting into this week's 4K spotlight, Rose, would you like to run us through the films coming out this month?
I would love to. So we got quite a stacked release month, I would say, which is honestly really, really nice. It's not nice for my wallet, but it's nice for us 4K collectors out there. So a couple that we got that like really stood out to me and Caleb. One coming out, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's a cool steelbook. When you open it, it basically it folds out to like just look like his hat and whip placed on a table. And it is cool. Don't get me wrong. I already pre-ordered this, but the fact that it doesn't match the other 4 steelbooks of the previous movies, where it's just the poster art, from the main poster art from the release of the movie, it does bug me. So this is not going to match up with the previous 4, so it sucks. But it's not a horrible steelbook. I just wish that consistency. Excuse me.
It's gonna be freaking bullshit. There's gonna be like some like anniversary year that Indiana Jones came out or was like first released, and then they're going to do like a whole collector's edition.
Dude, don't tell me that.
Like all 5 of the movies. Like it's gonna be so freaking dumb.
Dude, don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's exactly what's going to happen, and you know it.
True. Yeah, he's not wrong. Yeah, I mean, do you like it or do you think it's too plain?
It's a little plain, but I mean, it fits for the tone of Indiana Jones.
I thought you were going to say it fits with the type of movie it is. It's just a plain movie.
Oh no! Like the movie itself wasn't bad.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. It was a good fifth installment of the Indiana Jones franchise.
Yeah, but
So,
I mean, the
that's
cover is just
fair enough. So there's that. Next up, we got Disney Plus, or Disney, shockingly, is releasing a bunch of their shows now on physical media, which, like I said, truly, truly shocks me. We've gotten Loki season 1. We just recently got WandaVision season 1, or I guess that WandaVision isn't getting a second season, so I guess just WandaVision, the series, actually released this week because we're recording on the 28th of November, so it actually released today. But next up in line is the Mandalorian seasons. I swear they freaking better be releasing Hawkeye on physical media. I'm just saying, or there's going to be an uproar. Anyway, the Mandalorian. Honestly, these are some pretty cool steelbooks. I still have not watched any more episodes than what Caleb showed me of the Mandalorian, so I am hella behind. I need
honestly, if you watch season 1 and season 2, you're good. Season 3 was not like there's a few good episodes in season 3, but it started getting like campy.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
I heard the episode with Jack Black and oh shit, what's her name?
Lizzo.
Yeah, Lizzo. Did that take you out of Star Wars? Like, it just felt like
not
weird.
really. It felt like they were going in a goofy direction, and I'm like, no, let's stop this. And so I'm hoping that they course correct.
Right.
But I did hear Dave Filoni just got a promotion within Lucasfilms, so he's kind of up there with Kathleen Kennedy now. So hopefully he can frickin' steer her in the right direction.
Dude, the fact that her contract keeps getting extended is just insane to me. She has burned so many bridges when it comes to the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah, like who is like extending her contract?
No, like seriously, because she's thrown George Lucas under the bus, which is bullshit for the man that created Star Wars. I think she's talked about Bob Iger behind his back. Yeah, just how the hell
man
is
at Disney? How the hell do you still have a job?
Yeah, I don't know how she's working for Disney still. I don't understand.
I'm hoping that that's what this promotion for Dave Filoni is, where it's him slowly like taking over Kathleen Kennedy's job so they could just kick her to the curb.
That would be nice. I'm not even a huge Star Wars guy, and I'll agree that would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Because the shit that she freaking I don't even know who greenlit stuff for season 3 Mando, but those people need to be fired.
So this is the season 1 steelbook.
Freaking love
pretty
it.
Cool. Yeah. Great.
I love
great
a good
design.
artistic design, and this is perfect.
Right? Yeah. So good. And then we got season 2.
This one's freaking dope. I like them both. Like I love that it kind of has like a colored pencil vibe about it.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. I really like it too.
And honestly, of all the art styles, like something about colored pencil drawings just work for me. Like, and I'm talking like out of every other medium, like paint, oil-based paints, watercolors, like something about colored pencils just like I dig.
Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of has that colored pencil vibe, at least from the the quality that I'm able to see it right now.
Yeah, fair. I thought I blew it up enough, but I guess I did not. Sorry about that.
No, that just it's not you at all. Like if I had this full screen, like it would, but I have to have all of these other like controls up. So
fair. All right, so we got that. Then we got the Mutant Mayhem Steelbook. This one I'm kind of a little indifferent about. The whole Steelbook design is kind of, I don't know, it kind of feels plain to me, because they definitely just slapped like every single poster that they could have on the Steelbook, because this was the teaser poster. I'm pretty sure was, I'm assuming that's no, that,
I
no,
think
that's
that's
a red.
Raph.
Yeah, it's red bandana. So this was the teaser poster. If you open it, it's like the group shot of them all doing like it's Leo like running with his sword forward, not faced forward, his sword lunged. Raph looks the weirdest in my opinion. Raph like running with like one side. Just I can't explain it that well, but unfortunately I couldn't find any pictures with the opening of the steelbook. But that's how Raph looks. Donnie looks fine. He's like jumping up with his like bow staff swooshed up in the air, and then Mikey, I think Mikey's skateboarding, and he like has one of his nunchucks twirling in the air. I don't know, it just kind of looks weird to me. Feels out of place. And then the background, the back of the steelbook is literally just a close up of their faces from that shot. So it's just close up headshots of them.
Lame.
It is kind of lame, and it sucks because this is such a great movie. Like,
Dude, I would have
why are they going to do the
preferred-
turtles? Why are they going to do the turtles this bad?
Yeah, I know. Like, listen, the posters were cool, but they served their purpose.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have even preferred if they just like used the main title and just blew that up across the whole
Fair.
steelbook.
But
Like,
just
if you're going to go basic, go basic. Don't freaking copy and paste a poster.
yeah, right. And the
Lazy
fact
bastards.
for how special I feel the animation is in this movie, just how gorgeous it is. I feel it's a freaking slap in the face to this movie just to slap the posters on every single side of
Yep.
the steelbook. But what do
Lazy.
we know, right? Exactly. Super lazy. Am I still gonna buy it? Probably.
Rose, you're just contributing to the problem.
But it's Ninja Turtles, man, and it's
Dude,
a great Ninja Turtles movie.
It is a great Ninja Turtles movie, but you are part of the problem. They're just like, whatever, we'll just slap this, people will buy it anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Especially with like the love and care that went into this movie. I'm surprised that they didn't do something special for
right?
that.
Yeah. All right. Next up, shocker. They're re-releasing the Avatar movies, but this time in the collector's editions with both being 4-disc sets. Believe both come with the extended cut, so we're finally getting an extended cut of Avatar: The Way of Water, which I'm actually excited for. I don't really give a shit about the extended cut of Avatar, but The Way of Water, I'm in. It's gonna make it like 4 freaking hours, I'm sure, but you know what? That's okay. But like honestly, like I kind of wish, because I didn't love the steelbook artwork for The Way of Water. That's why I didn't pick it up. I just picked up the regular 4K. I kind of wish that these were steelbooks, because I freaking love the designs of these covers. Like this one's great, and then I especially love the one for Way of Water. Like,
Ooh, those are pretty cool.
Right? These would
I
look
will
so
definitely give you
beautiful
that.
on steelbook.
I'm just kind of jumping back and forth.
No, you're good.
Those are very close to being the same damn cover, though.
True.
Like I just had to like give it a quick little like back and forth, but yeah, those are really freaking close to basically being the same shit.
Literally just the background color has changed.
You're walking a fine line, Avatar.
Oh shit. But like even like how it opens, it looks like a steelbook, because like the openings, I believe on the first one it's the same. That yeah, like when you open it, it's Sully and Zoe Saldana's character, I forget her name, sorry. like I guess like when you take off the slipcover and like open it. So I'm assuming these are like digipacks. When you open it, you got both of them on each side. I feel that you could have done that with a steelbook too. Would have made complete sense.
I mean, I'll give them this. At least there's consistency.
Fair.
But whatever they do for number 3, it better match this to a T.
Caleb, I want to remind you about Indiana Jones, so I don't think that's going to happen. As much as I would love for that to happen, that's been a consistency, especially this year. I think we already talked about it like last week or so. The freaking Mission Impossible movies, how like the first 6, I think it was 6, like are like so consistent. They look great together. And then they decided to F it all up with number 7. Like, say what you will about the Fast and Furious movies, but at least when Fast X came out, it actually kept the consistency with how the other steelbooks looked. Like, if I was a Fast and Furious fan, oh my God, those would look so beautiful on a shelf.
Dude, I hate when they do that, like, so much. Like, I forget what series it is. Like, I want to say it's like Monk or something, but the DVD packs for those seasons, it's like every season number is on the top, like, of the spine. And then it's like season 6 is on the bottom. And then it goes back to being on the top for the rest of the seasons.
It's like, excuse me while I go burn my collection.
It's just like, bro, like who needs to get fired? Who didn't get the memo?
Consistency, people. It's not that freaking hard.
Yeah, like that's so dumb.
Look, I know that a lot of people don't collect physical media anymore, and to so many people it doesn't mean anything. Which, you know what, for the fact that streaming services just keep going up in price and that people don't own movies anymore, I wish that people would just I hope that physical media has a comeback. I don't think it's going to, but I can't express how much joy it brings me that even though I do have most of the streaming services, the fact that even if that movie gets taken off, I still have it in my possession. Like, I can just straight up go up to one of my shelves and be like, I got it in the highest definition that you can get, bitches.
I mean, fair enough, but just to play devil's advocate on that, I could do the same thing if I purchase it digitally.
But technically, that it's not yours to own. Even though you buy it, the studio can still take it from you.
All right.
No,
I'll give you that.
no. I'm just saying, no one can take my 4K disc away from me.
It's like Disney, unless send some executives and just like freaking beats the shit out of you.
Let's see. We got all the Marvel.
It's like you did kind of sign your name away with that sketchy Disney service, so it's like they come just beat the living shit out of you, take your movies, and leave.
Yeah, dude. I gotta make sure with that I canceled my my featured title of the month because I gotta make sure I don't get charged for that shit. Oh man. I actually have been considering canceling that, but then freaking they announced like, oh hey, here's the an exclusive 20th anniversary of Holes. I'm like, I hate you guys. I hate you, Disney Movie Club. Anyway, moving on. Next up, and this is the last release that we're going to talk about. We got The Exorcist Believer coming out to 4K and Steelbook. And so there's 2 Steelbooks coming out. This one's the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook, which honestly, this is probably going to be one of the last 4K Best Buy exclusive Steelbooks because I think we've already said it on the podcast that come Q1 of 2024, Best Buy is completely getting rid of all of their physical media movies in their stores and online. They won't even sell them online anymore.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I wonder what store is going to pick up the contract for 4K Steelbooks.
My money is on Target.
Studios. I don't know, man. Target cut back their movie selection even worse than it was before. So my money actually might be on Walmart. Walmart actually still has a decent sized movie section. So
I
but
wonder
could be
if
wrong.
Amazon would get in on that.
I wouldn't hate that. I mean, as long as they know how to freaking package a steelbook. Although, you know what? I can't get mad at them too much because freaking sometimes Best Buy sucked at it. Like they would literally day one release 4K steelbook. They'd pack it in. They would either pack it in a box with no protection whatsoever, no bubble wrap, just so it can just freaking just flail all over the place, or in a bubble mailer that literally has no bubble whatsoever. There's no protection. So literally two ways for it just to get dented to shit. Thankfully, it's been a while since I've had a damaged steelbook from Best Buy, especially the freaking Oppenheimer one. Thank God that one came in literally pristine condition, except for there's a spine slit, which I can totally look past. It's not that bad, considering that steelbook goes for over $100 now on eBay. It's sold out that fast. But yeah, I'm very curious who's going to take the mantle for like the go-to for steelbooks. So we'll see. But anyway, getting on to The Exorcist Believer. So like I said, this is the 4K steelbook. I've never seen The Exorcist yet, and I kicked myself because I told myself, okay, when this movie got released in theaters, okay, I'm going to watch the first movie and then I'm going to go see this movie. I never did. I kicked myself because I really wanted to go see this in theaters and support David Gordon Green, because I know people don't love the new Halloween trilogy, and I've said my piece about Halloween Ends, but I still really liked what he added to the franchise, and I do want to show my support for him as a director, because apparently for how bad this movie was received, he has casted doubt on if he will return for the two planned sequels. So that freaking sucks. But anyway, it's an Exorcist Believer. I forget her name. It's the lady from the original, the mom of the daughter Reagan. So you got her, I guess, in the shadows, whatever. And I like that the lights make out a cross. I actually think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's super sick.
Yeah, that's very creative. And then when you open it, the opening is actually the front of the next steelbook, which is the two girls. Holy shit! I didn't know Caleb was so opposed to demonic shit.
Dude, I can't stand that shit. At least, like,
love that shit.
Listen, like the demonic possession stuff, like I can typically handle. The second it starts like deforming someone's face, I'm like, no, I'm done.
Okay, then definitely do not watch the first Exorcist, man.
Yeah, wasn't planning on it.
Dude, you're such a pussy.
Yeah, and
dude, have you actually heard about like some of the behind the scenes shit that happened with that movie?
Don't even. Dude.
No. This isn't bad. No, it's nothing like. Okay. Well, actually, it was bad, but it's nothing like that. No, apparently, when one scene where, oh, shut up, kiss my ass. There's one. I think it's the girl that plays Reagan. There's one part where she gets like thrown onto her bed, and I guess like the wire work wasn't appropriate or it wasn't set up right to where it actually messed up her spine for life. Oh, like damn. She's not like she can still walk. I think she's still alive. I hope she is, or I'm gonna feel like an asshole.
You think?
But yeah, you know what? I gotta, because if I don't, I'm gonna feel like it's such a dick. Okay, un momento. Caleb, do you want to talk about how much you hate this cover?
Dude, listen, it's not that I don't hate. I hate it for the movie that it's about. I think the cover looks really good. It's just for the squeamish little baby in me, like it.
Sorry.
Like I said, it's something about like face deformities, and it's something that it just like completely like morphs these children's faces into something that is just like haunting to look at. And I don't think the black and white helps any too. Like I'd almost prefer for this to be in color.
All right, fair.
Like, just I don't know. I couldn't say that confidently enough, though. The I don't know. The black and white just adds another unworldly vibe about it. That's just it's unsettling. So yeah, I'm ew.
So it says in the famous scene where Reagan McNeil is mutilating herself with a crucifix, actress Ellen Burstyn, Chris McNeil, rushes to the bed to stop her daughter. The demon then shoves Chris McNeil across the room in one violent motion, and her scream is blood-curdling and painful. That chilling scream that many of us will never forget was actually authentic. The stuntman had a wire rigged to the actress to pull her backwards and abruptly for the filming of the scene. Unfortunately, the mechanics were rigged with full force, and her painful scream was the result of a permanent and painful spinal injury that she sustained during filming. Damn.
Oh my gosh. Dude, could you imagine being the director and just like, yes, that's the energy we want. That's, oh shit.
It's like, yes, cut, print. Oh shit, she ain't moving.
It's like, get up, let's go again.
Yeah, come on.
Like,
more fear this time.
More fear. Oh my gosh, dude!
Oh,
I feel like the at least from what I've listened, because I listened to the or watched the stunt people react videos on YouTube a lot. The I think it's like the unwritten rule that if there's a shot where someone gets like legitimately injured, like that's kind of like the shot to use.
Really?
Yeah. Unless it's just like catastrophically like unusable footage. But
so like that scene in where because I don't think it's ever the scene, like even the behind the scenes shot, I don't think has ever been showcased. But the actor that played the stuntman for Harry Potter, how basically I think like he got whipped back so hard while filming a scene for Deathly Hallows Part 1 that it paralyzed him.
Yeah. Like it's just like the rule of thumb. Like a lot of stunt people have said that that's just the unwritten rule of filmmaking, at least when it comes to stunts. Like if you actually get hurt, like that's the cut to use.
Okay.
It just so it like sort of like glorifies your injury a bit.
In a way, that sounds really effed up.
It is, but it's just like I would like think about it. If you're a stunt person working on a movie and you actually get hurt and they don't use that clip, it'd just be like, dude, that's freaking bullshit. Like I freaking like put my body on the line to make this shot work.
Yeah,
and
like at least you know it's authentic. So
yeah, right.
Fair, yeah,
but
enough.
Like, I mean, they've done that with like a bunch of stuff where people have like had accidents on set, or where someone's like accidentally gotten punched and stuff. Like it's just the unspoken rule. You have to use that shot.
Okay, interesting.
Like I said, just as long as it's still usable, and fits like the tone. So that's why the stunt people are crazy. It's like even if they actually get injured, they kind of have to like push through to just make their shit work.
Damn.
Like they'll push through the scene until someone yells cut, and then they're like, "Yeah, I'm hurt."
Oh shit.
So yeah, like I'd be genuinely. If you were about to say that they didn't use the shot where she actually got hurt, like I would have been pissed.
You know what? Fair. But yep, that is it for 4K Spotlight for the month of December. We got some good stuff coming out. I'm excited. My wallet isn't, but I am definitely excited.
Yeah. All right, moving on over to our new segment, Pleaser Teasers. So for those of you that are curious about this new segment, this is for movies that came out in the past month. So these are all trailers that got released in November, at least ones that like interested in us enough to want to do these are ones that are more than likely going to end up being episodes at some point in the future, like more than likely, just pending our opinions on them and if they're like actually good or not. But as you can see, the first one that we're going to be discussing is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Dude, was there any indication that this one was coming out? Because this one was a complete shocker.
There was, there was a teaser poster like a little while ago. But I mean, I follow Jason Reitman on Instagram, so I knew that there was a sequel to Afterlife coming out. I didn't know up until a couple months ago that he wasn't directing. It was actually a new director. But I did know that shortly after Afterlife that they were planning a sequel, because Afterlife it was decently successful. It wasn't super successful, but I know that they are saying that this one they're really hoping, they're pushing that this will be the highest Ghostbusters opening ever. That's what they're really pushing for. Which, honestly, I feel that it really could happen for how many people were brought back to the franchise from Afterlife, and just how much people really enjoyed that, adding in, new characters while also paying respects to the original. I feel like it had a really good balance between that. So yeah, I think it could happen. I mean, I'm sure I will be seeing this movie multiple times on opening weekend.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this one, especially, I mean, the original cast is coming in for this. They've got the new cast. Like, this is going to be a big movie.
Dude, and the fact that you're also adding in Patton Oswalt and Kumail Nanjiani, dude, completely sold.
Yeah, very, very sold on this one. So, excitement level for this one?
I'm a 10. Shocker.
I figured you would be. But I'm up there too. I'm sitting at like an 8 out of 10.
Hell yeah, dude! Freaking, I will say, this trailer has created, because I follow I think 3 Ghostbusters fan pages on Facebook, and they'll showcase their certain franchises throughout the world, and what they're adding to their proton packs, really cool shit. Like, it's awesome how dedicated how some fans are to this franchise. I mean, I love this franchise, don't get me wrong. This is one of my, Ghostbusters is my favorite comedy of all time. I love this franchise so much, but I'm not as dedicated as some other fans are. I have a couple, I have 2 proton packs, but they're ones from Spirit Halloween. So it's not like I've made my own proton pack. I don't have a modified jumpsuit, stuff like that. But when this trailer was first released, and at the end shot, I don't know if you remember when it's Paul Rudd and the kids in the background, they're wearing that red red winter coat. You remember that shot?
Yeah.
So literally, for the last month, or I don't know how, basically for the last month, I've seen so many freaking posts about people being like, oh, hey, they're releasing a close to replica remake of this jacket. Oh, this is the closest you can get right now. Shit is $1,200, or
Damn.
yeah, right. From what I've been told, the one that's literally the exact same is coming out in the next couple of months by I think the person that from the actual company that they got the jackets from for the movie. But yeah, so many freaking mods of people just trying to grab a random red winter jacket, and add the freaking patch name and the Ghostbusters logo on the sleeve. And some of the amounts of people are paying, I'm just dude, people, be patient. You'll get a screen accurate one in a couple of months. Don't be freaking having to don't be taking out a personal loan just to make your Ghostbusters cosplay complete.
Yeah. Dude, like, I love the idea of cosplay. Like,
same here.
just like the idea, like creating a suit and everything. And it's something that I would like to do, not for myself though.
Okay.
Like, I would love to like build a suit and helmets and stuff, but I don't know if I could ever be the person to like wear one. Like, there are definitely some helmets that I would love to own, like a Mandalorian helmet.
So what you're telling me is, if we ever go to another Comic-Con, you wouldn't want to dress up.
No, I don't know if I have the confidence to do that.
Darn.
But
Come on, man.
I would love to get connected with someone that's like that wants to do cosplay, but maybe can't because they don't have like the skill to, and just work with them to build like suits and shit. 'Cause I would love doing shit like that, or at least building like the big props that they like typically wouldn't be able to get.
Yeah.
Like,
Trying to think of like any like Ghostbusters equipment I could ask you to help me build for cosplay. But
would you do a cosplay?
I mean, as a Ghostbuster, definitely. Not as like Hawkeye or anything like that.
No,
but,
I mean, it definitely like, it's just whatever you're comfortable wearing.
Exactly. I think someone like, I forget what, I think it was in it was like a Ghost Corps special that someone did. They said they like summed it up so perfectly. They're just like, if someone's doing like Iron Man, Captain America, those kind of certain characters, like unfortunately, like they to many people, they have a certain body type.
Yeah.
And so they unfortunately, like you're gonna feel unfortunately ashamed if you go as many of those characters. But like with Ghostbusters, a Ghostbuster can be anybody. It doesn't matter the size, the weight, the height, nothing. Anyone.
There's a realistic standard with Ghostbusters.
There is. And I think that just adds another reason to just love this franchise. And like you can actually have your own last name on your costume, because even in the original Ghostbusters, Peter says the franchise rights alone will make us millions. And yeah, like Ghostbusters can be anywhere. It doesn't have to just be in New York. It can be in Ohio, Pennsylvania, shit like it can be anywhere. Like honestly, every single state has their own Ghostbusters. God, what's the word?
I'd say clan.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Has their own Ghostbusters clan. Like out here they got the Ghostbusters of Salt Lake. I'm sure they got one in Georgia. I'd be very shocked if Georgia doesn't have their own Ghostbusters. So it's really freaking cool. Like honestly, this is like my favorite fandom when it comes to like anything that I'm interested in. Because very rarely do you see any Ghostbusters fans like shit on other fans. They're out to just build each other up and like recommend, oh hey, like your proton pack looks great, your suit looks great, maybe just to make it a little more movie accurate, I might add this if possible. If you can't, suit looks amazing, like you look fantastic, it looks great. Whereas like with the Halloween franchise, some other stuff, like people are assholes if you have a different opinion. So if there's like one fandom that like I am truly proud to be a part of and just increases my love for these movies even more, it's Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Like I can't think of a single like negative experience I've had with a Ghostbusters fan.
Right? I really hope this movie makes a bunch of money, because the fact that this franchise has been brought back to life, it makes me so goddamn happy.
Yeah. So very excited for this movie.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Next up, we got the trailer for Inside Out 2, which this is more just a teaser, but
True.
this seems fun.
I didn't think a sequel to Inside Out 2 would work. I was honestly freaking not mad, but I'm just like, why when they announced it? But this shit looks great.
Yeah.
I forget the other three emotions that they're introducing.
Okay, so there is anxiety. Then there's embarrassment, envy, what they call ennui, which is more like boredom.
Interesting.
And then oh balls, there's another one. I forget which one though.
Oh, there's 5 being introduced.
Or
Damn.
is it just no?
I thought it was
1,
4.
2, 3. Yeah, it's the 4. Okay, so that's
okay.
the additional 4.
Okay. Some I feel make a little more sense than others.
I will say this. I do not know how they're going to justify what they showed us at the end, showing us inside the minds of the parents and only having the 5 core emotions.
I'm assuming like anxiety, especially like that's one that sticks with you for life. In my opinion.
Some people like have this theory that they're going to like merge with their like merge together with some of like the other emotions, because anxiety, this is the reason I feel like it's a kind of a weird combination for them to bring in like anxiety, because I'm like, anxiety, isn't that just a fear response?
Touche.
I'm like, so I feel like, so that's what people are thinking, that maybe anxiety is going to merge with fear, and that's going to be like the puberty version of Riley's fear.
Okay.
And then envy and I don't know, even know, like disgust would kind of like fuse together.
That would make, because when they announced like the original emotions, disgust I feel was like the one that people were just like, is that really even an emotion? That was the one that people were scratching their heads about. I mean, it worked out in the movie, but that was definitely one that people were just like, okay, the other 4 make sense. That's the one that we're kind of questioning.
Yeah, but yeah, that's their theory. This is that they're going to like merge, and then there's going to be like it's going to like create what the puberty or like the post puberty version of Riley is.
Okay, interesting.
But, yeah, like maybe, but they have to justify like the other emotions, like from what we've saw in the past ones. Like I feel like they can't ignore that.
Oh, I agree. No, absolutely.
So I'm excited to see what they do. I've already kind of really liked what they've done with anxiety.
Dude, yeah, and especially the fact that Maya Hawke is playing anxiety,
yeah, right?
Like fantastic.
Dude, my favorite bit, and like someone pointed it out because I didn't catch it at first. They're just like, I love how anxiety just has like all the baggage. I'm like, I get it.
I didn't think about that. That's great. That's good.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what they do with the other emotions or the other new ones. Is it just me, or like, because I mean they did release like a poster after this trailer. Did embarrassment look like Bing Bong?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, I'm very curious to see if that's the route that they go. That maybe embarrassment is like a Bing Bong lookalike.
Yeah,
because like, oh, embarrassed of like an imaginary friend that I don't know, like I think something along those lines would be interesting to.
It's gonna make me sad if Riley's embarrassed of Bing Bong.
Yeah,
because I still haven't recovered from that.
Yeah, I'm pumped to see what they do with this movie, though.
Oh, dude, same here. Cause like, Inside Out is like probably my top 3 favorite Pixar films. So I really hope that they don't F the sequel up. I really hope they don't.
It's going to be a fine line for them to walk.
Yes, very much so.
And
I will say,
level?
like,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
probably no. You're good. No, I just want to point out. I had no idea that Mindy Kaling and oh my god, who played Fear in the first? Bill
Oh,
Hader.
yeah.
I had no idea they weren't coming back. But I feel like their replacement voices they're good. Like they sound just like them. Especially
They didn't come back. I didn't even pay attention to that.
no, right. I forget who's playing Disgust, but she's doing a great job. She sounds just like Kaling.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like been expressed why they didn't. Maybe just scheduling conflicts. But excitement level, I'm probably at a 9.
I'm probably sitting at an 8 with this one as well.
All right, fair enough.
All right, next one we got is the Garfield movie. I don't know how to feel about this one.
I don't either. Like, so I love the beginning. Like, you know, we get introduced to Garfield, John sitting at an Italian restaurant by himself. Garfield comes up to the window. They bond. It's a really sweet moment. It's freaking adorable. And then freaking you see Garfield just freaking eat the whole pizza that John was feeding him a little bit of. He freaking just destroys the rest of the restaurant with what food they have left over. And then we're introduced to adult Garfield, voiced by Chris Pratt. And maybe it's because like his voice worked so, like I can't express how well it worked for me as Mario. Like it was so good. But maybe that's because Mario's a human. And so, I don't know. It's like I don't hate it, but I think they should have picked a different person.
I do too. And listen, I'm not the kind of person that has like, for whatever reason, the hate that everyone else has about like in regards to Chris Pratt.
Oh, same here.
I love Chris Pratt, but Garfield,
honestly, they should have just
that was not the call.
Say what you will about those live action movies, but Bill Murray is not the problem. I actually think he does a very good job as the voice of Garfield. And you know what? I would have actually loved to see him come back as the character.
You know damn well he wouldn't have.
I know, but you know what? They should have just paid him. If they would have offered it, they should have just paid him whatever he would have asked. Because like I know the voice of Garfield, and I'm sorry, it's just not Chris Pratt.
No, it's not.
Like, and it's because like the animation is great. Like this just it looks just like an updated modern version of either the classic comic strip or one of the old classic cartoons, just now in 3D animation. So I will not knock the animation at all. Garfield looks great. Odie looks great. Even John, I feel, looks great. Everything looks great with the animation.
Yeah, they adapted those so well.
Right? It's just the voice.
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
what kills
fit.
it.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah,
and I'm trying. I'm trying to think of a better voice, because you can't go with someone that's too old. Because at least with like this animation style, like I don't think that like Bill Murray's voice, like even back from like the OG original or the live action ones, I don't think that voice would have worked too well with Garfield, or with this version of Garfield. His voice for that version was perfect.
Yeah.
For this version, it's not there. It's not there. But
Fair
so
enough.
I'm trying to think of who else could do a good Garfield voice, like just because I think you need like a deeper voice.
Yes, definitely.
I'm trying to.
You almost like kind of need like a voice that kind of sounds a little sleepy. I don't know how to express it, because I mean I don't know. That's just always screamed Garfield. I mean that's how the original voice sounded.
You know who would have? I think would have done a really good job. Are you familiar with John DiMaggio?
No.
Okay, so I bet you'd recognize his voice because he's done a bunch of voices. Have you seen Adventure Time?
No.
Okay. Futurama?
No.
Son of a bitch.
Who was he in Futurama?
Bender?
Oh, the robot?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I've never seen like an actual full episode of Futurama, but I've like seen snippets of like characters and stuff. Okay, yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
He's done a lot of voices, and there's a certain voice that he does with Jake the dog from Adventure Time, where he's kind of like, where it's like it's softer, where it's like a softer tone, but he's able to go like get those deep, those deeper like a bass to his voice. I think he would have done a really good Garfield.
Dude, I can agree with that.
But I mean, I understand Hollywood's got a Hollywood, so you kind of got to go like A-B listers.
Yeah,
and I can't think of a solid voice right now.
Like, and it sucks because like I definitely I feel you can tell that Chris Pratt is trying. He is trying to make his voice work.
Listen, it's like, is he though?
I don't know.
It's Chris Pratt. He just showed up and speaks.
Touche. I mean, I feel like he tried a lot. I think he, put a lot of effort into his Mario voice, in my personal opinion. So I would hope that he's doing the same with Garfield. I could be wrong. But just unlike Mario, it's not working with me for Garfield. But maybe I could be wrong. Maybe when I actually go see this, I'll feel just like I did with Mario, and I'm just like, yep, okay. In this iteration, Chris Pratt, great choice as the voice of Mario. I hope that I'm the same way with Garfield. I don't think I will, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Okay. His voice might be a little too deep. You know who was? So, do you remember the kid who played Chris from Everybody Hates Chris?
Oh, Tyler something Williams.
Yep. I think his voice would be good. Dude, freaking Donald Glover.
That's not a bad choice.
Right? I think he has first off, we know he freaking kills it with comedy.
True.
And his voice does kind of have those deeper tones. I feel he could freaking kill it as Garfield.
Yeah, fair. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah. But anyway, my excitement level is not very high with this one.
How low is it?
I'm sitting at like maybe a 5 out of 10.
Damn.
Like it's a coin flip for me.
I'd say I'm at a 6.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Madam Web. This one seems like it's going to be exciting. I'm so I'm so on the fence with this one too.
Same. I don't know exactly how I feel about Sony branching out when it comes to their Spider-Man movies. We have this, then we also have Craven. I like the idea, and I really hope that both are executed well. But it kind of scares me a little bit.
Same here. Like I think there's a good premise here. So at least from what I've been able to gather, this evil Spider-Man is someone who traveled from the future to the past to kill baby Peter Parker.
Oh, okay.
And Madam Web basically gains her abilities and powers to gather together these 3 Spider Women and basically defeat him. So it looks like the premise is cool. So did you see what's his face? Adam Driver? Not Adam. Is it Adam Driver? I feel like I have nope, not Adam Driver. Adam.
Isn't it Adam Scott?
Yep, it's Adam Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, so Adam Scott, like you saw that he was in it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be playing young Ben Parker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like really early. I think what this dude's trying to do is go back and kill one of Parker's parents because Spider-Man is his like major enemy
Okay.
in the future.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I think it's one of those deals, and then Madam Web, she has the ability to see across time and space and everything. So yeah, she's going to be basically collecting these Spider Women to help fight this dude.
All right.
So I mean, I'm
Interesting.
here for it. The premise is good, and it's enough to keep my attention. That's about all it's got, though.
Yeah.
Like
I would definitely give you that.
Yeah. So with this one, I'm also at a 5 out of 10. I am closer to a 6, though.
I think I'll have to match you 5 out of 10.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Anyone But You. This looks freaking hilarious.
You're gonna hate me. This is the trailer. I know we talked about it before, but I completely spaced watching this trailer before.
Oh, you didn't watch
started.
this?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I completely spaced watching it before we started. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, so just for your recap and everyone else's, I don't even know his name. Let's say just Glenn. Is that his name?
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it is.
Glenn.
Is it 2 N's or 1? So that's the deciding point if I like him or not.
It is 1 N.
Okay,
Glenn
I
Powell
like him.
is his name.
Don't like him.
Okay, so Glenn Powell's character and Sydney Sweeney's character are two people that hooked up once upon a time that are coming together for her sister's wedding. Unbeknownst to them, both of their exes are invited to this wedding, and to basically get their exes off of their ass, they hate each other.
Okay.
But so they hate each other, but they hate their exes more. And so
all right.
The premise is that they're pretending to be in a relationship, so it gets her parents off her back and his ex off his back. And then it's just, so yeah, it's like I said, a situation where where they hate each other and they're trying to pull off this whole ruse and like while hating each other.
Okay, that actually sounds like a really fun premise.
Yeah, and it's super funny because like they're on this boat and like they come up with this plan, and he's like, how in the hell is anyone going to believe that we actually like each other, let alone like we're in a relationship? And so she starts putting like her freaking sweet talking on, and like gets all up close and in his business, and he like, you could tell like he's like falling for it, and then she freaking pops him in the nuts, and she's like, good enough for you? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And
oh shit, that's great.
I am so excited for this movie. Like like
dude, that is fantastic.
Yeah, it looks hilarious. So I am very much here for it. But I mean, they do a bunch of different stuff that's funny. Like they're on a boat for like that's part of the wedding, and she's like, freaking like Titanic me. And so like they do the whole Titanic like floating, and then he like looks back and sees that no one's watching, and so he's like, all right, we're done, and then like walks off, but he accidentally knocks her off the boat.
Oh shit.
And he's like, oh shit. Yeah, so, and he freaking dives off it. Like it looks great. So I'm pumped. This is one I'm probably at like an 8 out of 10.
I'm sure I'd feel the same way. So
yeah. But yeah, that's the last teaser that we got for the month of November, at least in terms of ones that are interesting to us. So with that, let's say we finally get into this breakdown.
Let's do it.
All right. righty, getting into this week's headliner. I forgot to post the question of the week in time.
Oh
so
shit!
we
Oops.
do not so we do not have a question of the week this week. But if you want to catch our questions of the week and whatnot, TikTok and Instagram are the places that I typically post those. But yeah, so like I said, I did not post those, so we do not have those to talk about. So we can get straight into this week's breakdown. So if you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we are going to score are story, writing, acting, character development. With this being an animated film, we are going to be talking about the animation, the music, the character design, and then we will be giving it a personal score at the very end. All of those numbers get magically added up and spit through our algorithm and give us a All Bros letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade. So with that, we will be posting a spoiler alert right now. So if you have not seen Wish, definitely go check it out. Otherwise, we are about to spoil the entire freaking movie for you in our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose.
All right. So King Magnifico and his wife Queen Amaya established the kingdom of Rosas on an island in the Mediterranean Sea. Having studied sorcery, Magnifico is able to grant the greatest desires of his subjects. Each of them give up the memory of their wishes to be sealed and protected by the king until he can grant them. Once a month, as a ceremony event, Magnifico chooses one wish to be granted. 17-year-old Asha prepares to interview for the job of Magnifico's apprentice on the day of her grandfather Sabino's. Is that how you say it? I swear it was different in the movie.
What is?
So her grandfather, right? Is it Sabino? Is that how you say his name?
Oh yeah, Sabino.
It is Sabino. Okay.
Yeah.
So the day of her grandfather Sabino's 100th birthday, hoping Magnifico will grant Sabino's wish to inspire people. The interview goes well until Asha requests for Sabino's wish to be granted, which Magnifico declines, seeing the wish's elusiveness as a potential threat to his power. Asha realizes Magnifico never intends to return the ungranted wishes to their owners, and when she questions his methods, Magnifico refuses to accept her apprenticeship or grant any of her family members' wishes. Asha tries but fails to convince her family that Magnifico is deceiving them. Distraught, she makes her own wish on a star. To her surprise, the star descends from the sky in the form of an anthropomorphic ball of light, which Asha names Star. Star's magic gives the forest animals, including Asha's pet goat, Valentino, the ability to talk, prompting Asha to enlist Star's help in retrieving her family's wishes. Star's presence is sensed by everyone in the kingdom, and Magnifico feels threatened by it. Despite Amaya's pleas, he turns to dark magic to maintain his position of power as his subjects begin to doubt his way of ruling. Asha retrieves Sabino's wish, and he is overjoyed to be able to remember it, but Magnifico arrives to arrest them, having been informed that Asha was responsible for Star's summoning. Corrupted by the dark magic, Magnifico intends to use Star's magic, and Rosas wishes to increase his own powers, forcing Asha's family to flee to a nearby island, while Asha, Star, and Valentino stay behind to free the other citizens' wishes. One of Asha's friends, Simon, is revealed to be the one who sold Asha out to Magnifico in hopes of his wish to become a knight will be granted. Magnifico grants the wish, but additionally bewitches Simon into being his henchman and capturing Asha. Asha rallies her other friends, Dahlia, Bazima, Dario, is it Gabo or Gabo?
I want to say Gabo.
Gabo, Hal, and Safi. I don't know, for some reason the names escape me, sorry. Amaya also joins them, having discovered Magnifico's corruption. While her friends infiltrate Magnifico's study and open up the ceiling to free the wishes, Asha tries to distract Magnifico only to be tricked by a disguised Simon. Magnifico ascends the castle's tower, absorbing the power of every wish and trapping Star. Asha attempts to stop him, but is easily overpowered as Magnifico blocks the sky, preventing the citizens from wishing on stars. Asha encourages the citizens to make a wish and changing Rosa's future. The strength of their collective desire eventually overpowers Magnifico, trapping him inside his staff's mirror, and the citizens reobtain their sealed wishes with a newfound appreciation of pursuing them. Amaya imprisons Magnifico and becomes the sole ruler of Rosas, helping the citizens make their wishes come true on their own. A regretful Simon is forgiven by Asha and her friends. Star gifts Asha with a magic wand so that she can continue inspiring people to keep dreaming before returning to the sky among the other stars.
All right, hell yeah. Oh. Yeah, so just getting like straight into this. I will say social media did something that I really don't like with this movie. It like almost turned me against this before I'd even seen it.
Dude, seriously, it irritated me. Like, don't get me wrong, like this is nowhere near the quality that I've seen Disney in like the past 10 years. Like I was telling Caleb after I finished watching this movie, because he saw it first before me. So I told him like, yeah, like this movie does not deserve the hate that it's getting. Like, it's nowhere near as good as Encanto, in my opinion. But it's better than their previous movies like Ralph Breaks the Internet, Strange World. Like, honestly, I feel it's their best since Frozen 2. And I feel that's actually a huge compliment for how good I think Frozen 2 is. So yeah, it doesn't deserve this hate. It's not a great Disney movie, but it's not a bad Disney movie.
Dude, not even a little bit. Like, I went in thinking like, okay, it's probably going to be cutesy and whatever, but like, I don't know about you, but the videos that I was getting were like, oh, how does Disney go from this showing all of like the great Disney songs in like the past however long, and then they're like to this, and then it's the King's song, which granted is not my favorite song to come from this movie, but I mean, I'm like it was still a good song.
It's not bad. Yeah, dude, I saw so many people being like, how do we go from we don't talk about Bruno to this is the thanks I get. One, I will tell you that this why the music feels so different in this one compared to, Encanto and other Disney movies before, Moana, shit like that. It's because Lin-Manuel Miranda did not write the music for this one. It's a completely different writer for the music. So you can't immediately get mad at it for not having the same style as Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Ooh, they tried mimicking it hard though.
They did. they did. And you know what? It fails probably more than it succeeds. But I still feel that the music, the soundtrack does not deserve the hate that it's getting. Yes, this is the thanks I get. Not the greatest song in this movie. Definitely not. It's probably the weakest Disney. It's probably one of the weakest villain songs that I've heard from any Disney movie. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not going to lie. But there are some other songs in this movie that are freaking gems that deserve some love.
Dude, there are some that go hard.
Yes, that I'm just like, okay. You know what? I like this, Disney. I'm in. Okay, you're reeling me back in. I mean, honestly, the movie never lost me really.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say when you don't have because I love Lin-Manuel Miranda. He is a freaking gem. One of the greatest music. What's the word? I guess music creators, whatever, to grace this industry. He's amazing. I love the guy. But for what this movie had to work with and not having him on board, I mean, I don't know what the behind the scenes were with this and why he wasn't on this. I don't know if they wanted to go to a completely different direction and that's why they didn't ask him to do it, or just he downright refused to do it. I doubt that was the case. Lin-Manuel Miranda doesn't strike me as someone like that. But whatever the case, I still think it's a solid Disney soundtrack. It's not great. I've heard way better. Encanto. Everyone knows I've said my piece about Encanto and how much I love that movie. But it is not bad. It is not horrible like so many people are saying.
Yeah. Dude, like the same thing with this movie in general. This movie got so much shit.
Like it's not
the
like a
story
great
here is rock freaking solid.
Yeah, it's kind of like a basic
It's
story.
definitely on the plainer side, but
But there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, honestly, just getting into my score, I'm probably sitting about 80, like a pretty firm 80.
Yeah, dude, I think I'm gonna match you there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kept my attention.
Super solid.
It was. I think the reason that it's not higher is because I think I think the Easter eggs kind of distracted from the story a bit.
That's fair. Yeah, I will fully admit that, like, especially they really drive it home hard at the end, where Magnifico becomes the magic mirror, and Asha becomes the fairy godmother. I'm just like, okay. Honestly, if you guys drove this any more home, I would just put on Cinderella at this point. you're hammering this in a little too hard. We get it. You're paying homage to an OG Disney film. We get it.
Yeah.
I will say though, the freaking credits, how they had like classic Disney characters, like
bro, that
like
was
drawn
awesome.
out in stars. Yeah, that shit was cool. That was really cool. But yeah, just like a good story, but just like a basic. I'm not even gonna say bland, but just a basic Disney story, and that's not bad. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, not even a little bit. Honestly, I would say the writing is about on the same page as this.
That's fair.
I don't know if I could justify going any higher or lower with it.
Yeah, you know what? Same, dude. I agree.
Yeah, like our baseline, and like I think we've said this before, our baseline for these films, they are, it's like sitting around 75, and then we go up or down from there.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like we said, it was basic, but it was good, like a good basic. And so I think that's it. That's about what an 80's at.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm sure that I'm sure. Wow, I butchered that. Like, don't get me wrong, there were some scenes that I'm just like, okay, this is like really stupid. Like I don't know why.
There was a frequent amount of those.
My biggest one that I literally rolled my eyes was the whole the chicken scene. I was like, why is this in here?
I don't know. Like, was it dumb?
I did not like that scene at all.
Absolutely dumb. But I'm like, meh.
That's just my personal opinion. I did not like that scene at all.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other shit. I loved the star. The star was a freaking adorable.
The star was good.
Valentino got my nerves though.
Same. Yeah, if there's one character I could not stand, was Valentino. I honestly wanted more of her friends. Her friends were great.
Yeah. Dude, how long did it take you to pick up that they were basically the 7 dwarves?
Till about 5 seconds ago.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that.
Like, not at all?
Oh, huh.
Bro.
Yeah. Now I gotta go watch it again.
Dude, I'm shocked. Like,
yeah, I didn't pick up on that.
What? The freaking dude with the ears, he was dopey.
Oh.
He had the same, like, they had the same color scheme and everything.
When you said that there are so many nods to OG Disney films, apparently I didn't take your wording that seriously, because for some reason that just went over my head.
Okay, so
that's making sense now, because the shorter
catch
one,
the
he's
Bambi one?
anger. Okay. Oh yeah. I caught the Bambi one.
Okay, cool. I mean, I don't even know if it was technically a reference, but I consider it to be, where the bear being named John, like Little John from Robin Hood.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then the deer, he's just like, "Hey, thanks for not eating me, John. No problem, Bambi."
What? There's a line that I forget what animal says that it's a line from Frozen that I'm just like, oh my god. Wasn't it like I love crazy or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I caught that one too. I'm like, bro.
I mean, you know what? Frozen is their highest grossing, not only their highest grossing, but it's still like the Frozen 2 is still the highest grossing animated film. So you know what? I can excuse putting in a reference to Frozen. I get that.
Yeah. Okay. So because of some of the Easter eggs that we got, I think I'll bump it up to like 1 point to like to an 81. I thought the some of the references were clever, and so yeah.
I think I'm
other
still gonna
ones,
stick with an 80.
Fair, totally fair. But yeah, I mean, there were some that were just like, no duh, but like the Peter Pan reference.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that
I'm
one
like,
couldn't have been more obvious if you tried.
It's like, oh hey, this kid named Peter wants to make a flying machine. You two should work together. It's like, oh my hell.
Yeah. Whoever they got to voice Peter though sounded exactly like the OG.
I would have laughed my ass off if it was oh my god,
just like reused footage.
No, if it was freaking who played him in Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
That wasn't that
was it Will Arnett?
Yeah, that was Will Arnett.
Turns out it's the Sweet Pete version.
Sweet Pete. That's, oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, there was that. I mean, the Cinderella one was just run into the ground.
Yeah.
But I'm genuinely surprised that you didn't pick up freaking the Seven Dwarves reference.
Yeah, dude, I am too. Dude, I'm gonna watch this again and I'm just gonna be like, Jonathan, you're a dumbass for not picking up on that.
You are absolutely a dumbass, dude. It was the like.
We're supposed to lift each other up, man. Don't freaking
like you're not. You freaking suck at these freaking references. But
holy shit!
What's up, Plunge?
What's up, man?
Just freaking roasting the shit out of Rose over here for being like blind as a bat. Holy shit!
Hey, do you remember what I have to wear?
I have to wear them too, asshole.
Yeah, but not 24/7.
I mean, I probably should be. I choose not to.
Oh. I mean, mine have become such a staple of me that anyone that sees me without glasses, it's like, is something different about you? Like, what the hell happened? I'm just like, seriously. My
big dumb idiot not noticing the doors.
Rude. Ouch. Man, does anyone want to make the wound bigger? Sam, do you want to join in on this? I don't think Sam's watching.
Everyone knows the Doors reference in the hit movie Wish.
It was a hit movie. So right. Dude, did you see how
it's
bad?
a strong term.
Oh, did you see how bad the box office weekend was for this movie?
Oh, is it doing bad?
Oh, dude, it's doing so bad. It came in number 3. Hunger Games still number 1, then Napoleon, and then Wish.
Oh, damn.
So for the 5-day weekend, it brought in about 30 million. If we're only counting the weekend, only 19 million. Oh yeah, dude, you can count Wish as a box office bomb. Like, honestly, I will be shocked if they don't put this on Disney Plus by Christmas just to try to capitalize on it. No, we are not making fun.
We're not making fun. Don't let them lie to you.
No, Sam. It's a new segment called "Be Nice to Rose."
I won't be watching this until it's on Disney Plus next week.
Dude, seriously. Yeah, like seriously. Yeah. Dude, I feel it would be perfect. I feel that like when it comes to like animated Disney movies doing well on Disney Plus, Moana and Encanto have done the best, especially Encanto. That's what got the movie so popular and why it's actually considered a success. It wasn't exactly, it kind of was a box office failure because it basically just broke even. But it had so much popularity on Disney Plus. It was in like the top 5 for months. And I think it's still in the top 10 for Disney Plus stream movies.
That doesn't surprise me because I
Right.
have like that movie is always on the featured list.
Yeah. So that's how Encanto found its success. And I have a feeling, yeah, Plunge has got a point. Yeah, definitely feels like Raya.
Dude, that I don't know about that. Like, I think Wish is better than Raya.
Same. I did not like Raya. I was not a fan of Raya.
I mean, I like Raya.
I
Raya
can't.
just fine.
Is it Raya or Raya? I can never remember. Okay.
I think that there was a whole discussion that we had about it.
Yeah, I think we did. I can't remember what we gave Raya. But yeah, just not my favorite.
I can look real quick.
But yeah, dude, if Disney capitalizes on the fact that Christmas is on a Monday and they release this like maybe like the 20th, the 21st or 22nd on Disney Plus, I feel this shit is going to take off on Disney Plus.
I agree.
So
I absolutely agree.
Disney, already count this off as a box office bomb. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't hold out hope. Release it on Disney Plus right before Christmas. Like, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I think that you're going to have, I hope, a hit on your hands with this on Disney Plus. Because, sorry to say, it genuinely feels like a Disney Plus movie.
Yeah. So we gave Raya a B+.
I mean, I would still give it a B. It's in the B range, but I'm probably more like a B- personally. But that's just me.
Well, too bad. We don't change our scores around here.
Oh,
unless
I know
it's like
we don't.
an official episode.
I would love to change the unicorn store to an F. I'm kidding. I don't hate it that much.
Raya was beautiful just as Awkwafina.
Damn.
Dude, there's truth to that.
I mean, Awkwafina is definitely an acquired taste when it comes to voice acting, because she does not change her voice at all. Evident in Raya, whatever. God damn it, however the hell you say it. And when she played Scuttle in The Little Mermaid,
bro, whoever cast her as Scuttle needs to be fired. Automatic F
come on,
for Awkwafina.
You didn't love the scuttlebutt,
bro. Nothing made me want to walk out of the theater more than that song.
All right,
that
fair enough.
Horrid.
Fair enough.
Absolutely horrid. But yeah, so I think I can't justify giving Wish anything higher than an 81.
I can't
in terms of the writing.
I can't justify anything higher than an 80.
Yeah. All right, but we can move on over to acting with so with that we got Ariana DeBose, who voiced Asha. We have Chris Pine, who voiced King Magnifico. Alan Tudyk, who voiced Valentino. Angelique Cabral, who voiced Queen Amaya. And I think that's all I put.
Okay. That's fair.
Keep casting her and everything needs to be fired. Yes. Talking about Awkwafina. She's everywhere.
She is. She absolutely is.
I mean,
she was...
Appreciate you, Riley.
She was decent in Shang-Chi. I liked her in Shang-Chi.
I recently rewatched that. Was she?
I enjoy Awkwafina. I'm not even going to pretend that I hate her. I enjoy Awkwafina. But it feels like I am the loner in this.
You are very much the loner on that one. Well, okay. Like you said, she's an acquired taste. There's some stuff that I feel she does that's not bad. I mean, she wasn't like unwatchable in Shang-Chi. And she has like some decent lines, but the Quiz Lady on Hulu, That actually was surprisingly good, and she was the main character in that.
I have not seen that. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's a decent one.
All right.
All right. But yeah, going into acting, what would your top 3 look like?
Like number 3, just because if we were able to, and I know we're not, number 3 I would actually give to like her whole group of friends, because like I liked them all, the voice cast. I thought they did a great job. But number 3, going off, how we actually do it, I'll give to Angelique Cabral. She was good as a Maya, Queen of Maya. I wish she got more to do, or had more. I don't know. Just she was all right as a character. But Angelique did a good job with what she was given.
Dude, other than Amaya and King Magnifico, there were not very strong characters in this.
There wasn't. You think that I would give number 3 to Alan Tudyk, but I found Valentino so freaking annoying that I'm sorry. No. Alan Tudyk is a great voice actor, one of the best of this generation. But no, I found him so annoying. Number 2, I got to give to Ariana DeBose, Asha. I'm not shocked by how much I enjoyed her character, because she has a really nice voice and she did a great job as Asha. And for the most part, I feel she was actually a decent main character. I thought Asha was very likable. She loved her kingdom. She really cared for her family.
Dude, Asha was the only well-written character.
Fair. I mean, at least it was the main character.
Yeah.
So there's your positive.
Do you recognize her?
I swear I do, but like, can you remind me what else she's been in?
So she wasn't the main. She was the friend of the girl from West Side Story.
Oh, wait! Oh my God! Isn't this Alyssa Green from The Prom?
I think so.
How did I not recognize her?
Yeah, right?
What the hell is wrong with me? All right,
Yeah,
let me just make sure.
yeah, she was great. Like, I loved her as a character.
Yeah, it is. Oh my God, what the hell is wrong with me? Yeah, oh my God, I love her. Ariana DeBose is amazing. And honestly, she deserves more love than she gets.
Mm-hmm.
The fact, though, that she was nominated for her performance in West Side Story at the Oscars, that was awesome.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse.
She is. I love her to death. But number 1, I got to give to Chris Pine, King Magnifico. You know what? I know not everybody loves his villain song. I don't hate it. I've come to somewhat enjoy it. But as a character and his voice and his presence, oh, he was fantastic. I loved him in this role, and I really think that Chris Pine needs to do more voice acting, because I think he does a really good job. There's his small role in Into the Spider-Verse is Peter Parker / Spider-Man.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Right?
He does a killer job.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, he was great here as the villain. I loved his voice. Just everything. I thought he did a really good job. Like, I will definitely agree with Caleb. Asha is the only well-written character in this movie. But for what Chris Pine, oh my God, Chris Pine, jeez, what Chris Pine was given when it comes to King Magnifico, he freaking blows it out of the water. And I loved his performance. So that is my top 3.
Yeah. I am going to swap your 1 and 2.
Okay.
I don't get me wrong. I loved Chris Pine. I don't know if he makes the best villain though. It's almost, this is like a weird thing to say. His voice is almost too heroic to be a villain.
You know what? That's fair.
Like even
I
when he
never
was
thought
bad,
about it that way,
like-
but that's good.
like he's just I don't know, his voice is just so charming that I'm just like,
It is.
I don't buy you as a villain. Like I feel like there's a twist coming where you're just like not actually, but
Like that's why like his character that they chose for him to play in Dungeons and Dragons is just like so perfect.
oh my gosh, that couldn't have been better cast if they
Yeah.
tried.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just one of those things that I just wasn't buying it. But yeah, I'm giving number 1 to Ariana DeBose. I loved her as Asha, and like we'll be getting into it, but she freaking killed it with some of these songs.
Oh, absolutely.
So where are you sitting with acting?
Acting. I'd probably say I'm at like an 84.
I am on the opposite side of the 85. I'm at an 86.
Okay.
I felt everyone did it like a decent enough performance because I mean you got to take into consideration the friends as well.
That's true. They were great.
Yeah, and like I just didn't. I don't know if they had enough to be like I didn't feel they had enough to be included in this.
That's fair.
But I do feel like they were a decent part of the film.
Yeah.
Just more as a whole than anything.
No, fair.
And they all kind of played their roles really well. Like I liked how Simon, he was supposed to be the equivalent of Sleepy.
Okay, makes sense.
Her main best friend, the one that was like the baker.
She's supposed to be Doc.
Yeah, she's supposed to be Doc. There was one friend that was Sleepy.
The fact that it wasn't the glasses that also drove it home for me. What the hell is wrong with me?
Dude? What the like? What were you thinking?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
If that was going to stand out to anyone, I feel like it should have stood out to you.
I think you think I'm more of a huge Disney fan than I guess I am.
Okay, well, it's not so.
Or I guess you think that I'm more of a Disney Classics fan than I am.
No, the reason I thought that you would have picked up on this is, funny enough, your ties to your Gacy obsession.
Oh, okay.
Dude, are you shitting me?
I
Do I have to remind you that he drew the damn... Oh my gosh. What in the actual hell is going on this episode?
I'm so sorry that I don't remember every single painting that John Wayne Gacy did.
Those are like the main ones.
No. His main one is the ones that he did of Pogo the Clown. That's his main when it comes to his paintings.
Dude, he has a shit ton of freaking Seven Dwarf pictures.
Oh, I know he does.
Like, you're out of your mind.
Oh, I know he is. Or I know he does. But when it comes to the staple painting, it will always be his self-portrait of him as Pogo the Clown.
All right. Fair enough. But yeah. All right. Moving on over to character development. We're obviously going to be doing this on Asha. And unfortunately, her being the best well-written character, she didn't have a lot of growth.
She didn't. There is one line actually in I gotta look up the lyrics for the I Wish song, the first iteration of it. That the line that she says, I'm just like, that doesn't make sense for your character because nowhere up until this point has that ever been addressed.
And it's in the I Make This Wish.
Yeah. Sorry, let me find it really quickly. It says, I never knew I needed room to grow. Yeah, I did what I was told when someone told me no. Now I've got all of this freedom in my bones. It never seemed like her parents dragged her down and was just like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that lyric, I'm just like, I mean, I didn't really notice it in the movie, but I've actually been listening to the soundtrack quite a bit over the past couple of days because most of the songs are they're fire, they're bangers. But just those certain lyrics really stuck out to me. I'm just like, yeah, no, not really.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, it's just she was a character that just remained consistent. Like I think that's the biggest downfall of this movie. She doesn't like grow all that much. She just it more or less forces her ideals on the hierarchy of power.
No, it's true. Like, and it's not like when her friends turn against her, it's not because of her doing it, it's because of the lies that are being told about her. It's nothing she did. She's still the same damn person.
It wasn't her friends, it was just Simon.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just unfortunately not a lot of character growth. Not a lot of character growth.
I mean, she was a decent character. She was fun and relatable, and I love how quickly she showed that. Like, it's just more like being like the foundation. Like we instantly knew who this character was, and it's just she didn't go anywhere. Like her ideals didn't get challenged in any way. Like I think that her thing was like, I don't even know, dude. Like it's just like typically you can see the arc that a character goes on, and I don't think that we saw that.
Yeah,
like even like looking into other characters, like even with like King Magnifico, he wasn't like he was on a downward arc, but it was honestly, I think he had a better arc than she did in terms of like character development.
Not gonna argue that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll even take his into consideration here. But I don't think I've cracked in the 80s yet with her.
I agree. It's like personally, I'm at like a 76.
Yeah, I'm around 78. All right, next up, we got the animation.
I will fully admit, when this movie first started, even though I'd seen the animation in the trailers, it took me a minute to get used to it, because I'm not used to Disney doing this kind of like mix of hand drawn with CGI.
The stylized renderings and everything. Yeah. Dude, so I forget if this is like Pixar's thing, but on Disney Plus there's shorts, and I think it might be Pixar. So I mean, it's not a great reference for this. But they do have like stylized renderings. And this is actually a rendering that I've seen before in one of the shorts. It's not like exactly, the characters were designed a bit different. This like just had the basic like Disney character vibe about them. But I mean, I didn't hate. At times it almost felt like it was like an incomplete render.
Fair. Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that one. Yeah, I didn't hate the animation for the most part. I enjoyed it. Like, I appreciate that they tried something different to sell. I mean, because this movie is coming out during the 100th celebration of Disney. So I appreciate them trying something different with their newest Disney movie, but it unfortunately doesn't work 100%.
Yeah. So this is one I'm definitely going to be not like too harsh. Like I think it's shy of being at 100.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I'm definitely in the high 90s.
I am too.
So like personally, I'm probably at like, let's say about 96.
That's actually exactly where I was thinking too.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, next up we got music. This is a big standout.
Yes, very much so, because as we've talked about throughout this whole episode, basically, there's some hits and there are some misses. For me personally, the biggest miss for me is the Animal song. You're a Star, isn't that what it's called?
Yep.
Because that was like the one song that I just did not listen to when I was listening to the soundtrack again. But today I'm like, you know what? In preparation for the episode, let's listen to it again a couple times. It doesn't do it for me. I find it annoying. Like the beginning is actually, I like the beginning. With the first couple of Animals, explaining like, oh hey, like, have you ever wondered this? Have you ever wondered that? This is why this is that. Okay, you know what? I don't mind that. But when they get more into it and, throw in Valentino because he's so freaking annoying, that's when the song loses me. And just honestly, it's my least favorite song of the whole movie. Favorite though is what I already forgot it, and I feel bad because it's so good. It's At All Costs. It's Chris Prime. Oh my God.
Dude, what is up with you?
I don't know. Chris Pine, Jonathan Pine. Okay, Chris Pine. So Chris Pine and Ariana DeBose sing this, and it's when Magnifico is showcasing all the wishes to Asha, and she discovers that she actually sees her grandfather's wish and she's going to it, and it's such a sweet and powerful song, and like honestly, it almost brought me to tears, because like even looking past this movie, it can actually like mean so much to other people, just for the meaning,
dude,
of the song.
That is exactly what I thought about this. I was like, dude, this wasn't written for the damn wishes.
Right? Yeah, right. Yeah, it wasn't. But you know what? That's okay, because it's such a great song. It has such a great meaning. That just like that's the song that's been on repeat, so much. I mean, Caleb, I know, pointed out the song "Knowing What I Know Now." A freaking
That goes hard,
banger.
dude.
Yeah,
that
shit goes
real freaking hard.
That
like
is
the
a
second
banger.
that started and they're like the banging started, I was like, where did this come from? Holy
yeah,
shit!
Right? Yeah,
Like
shit was
instant
so
chills,
good.
Dude. Instant chills.
Yeah, dude, right? So good.
Like I even like looked over at Brielle. I'm like, this song has no business being like going this freaking hard.
Oh, that's cool that Braille got to go see this too. So
Yeah,
all three of you got to see it?
Yeah, we made it like a
Hell
family
yeah.
movie day.
That's awesome, man. I love hearing that.
But yeah, well, like I was just wide eyed when I first heard it. I like looked over at Brielle. I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's it's so good.
Yeah. So she was a real big fan of At All Costs, like you. But yeah, I knew like I said, I went into this thinking that the soundtrack wasn't going to be that good because of social media. But the first song, Welcome to Rosas, was awesome.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I was like,
the only
this
song
is a great start.
Yeah. I think the only song that, and I feel it's if you watch the movie, I think it's slightly better, my opinion. With This Is the Thanks I Get, and I hate that is the only song that people are focusing on when it comes to this movie, when there is so much better songs.
It's like, joke on you, assholes. That's not even the worst song.
Exactly. So wait, you agree with me? I'm a Star is the worst song?
I agree with you.
Really? Hell yeah.
I'm a Star song was just like meh.
Yeah.
And then the This Is the Thanks I Get song was a little on that same page, but I did like it more than I'm a Star. And so since we got both of those like in a row, I was
Hmm.
like, ooh. So this is what I like. So I have like the soundtrack like in order. So it's Welcome to Rosas, and I'm like, great start. At All Costs comes on. Fantastic. Like people gave this a freaking real hard time. This Wish, I was like, okay. I mean, it wasn't my favorite like Disney song, but I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
I'm like, all
I
right,
feel
cool.
This Wish is this movie's version trying to be Let It Go.
Yep.
That
Very much.
It does not succeed, but it really tries.
Yeah. I mean, it was close. It's missing something,
Yeah.
but it's close.
Yes.
Then I'm a Star happened, and I'm like, not digging that. And
Yeah.
then This Is the Thanks I Get comes. I'm like, oh damn it! Like, were those like? Did they save all the good songs for the beginning? And then we get hit with freaking Knowing What I Know Now, and I'm like, I am back in.
Yeah. And then you get the reprise of This Wish, which is fantastic.
Yeah, everything after that, I was just like, all right, cool, like whatever.
Yeah,
But
we're back on a good part. We're back on a good note.
yeah, I think like Knowing What I Know Now saved this freaking soundtrack for me.
That's fair. You know what, dude? That's fair. Because yeah, that shit was so good.
Yeah. I cannot for the life of me justify a 10 though.
Oh, I can't either. Like
I can barely justify a 9.
I don't even know if I can. I'm like those.
Are you closer to 8?
Yeah.
Honestly, like I was sitting at 8.5. I could have gone either way.
I'll let you decide. I can do a 9. Because like the only song that I hate is I'm a Star. I don't mind This Is the Thanks I Get. So I could definitely do a 9 if you want to, but I could also do an 8.
Gosh, this is tough. So okay, we got 3 good songs, 2 not great songs, a freaking banger, a reprise of a good song, a Wish Worth Making. That was like a very average song.
Oh, that's the one that played during the credits, right?
I
think so.
Maybe.
Pretty sure. I think that's the song that plays when it's like showcasing all that cool like I guess like it felt like the Disney fireworks, like showcasing characters from throughout Disney's legacy.
Okay, so yeah, that one was in the middle.
Yeah.
So I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of 7 songs total, 2 of them were not great, and then we had one like meh.
Yeah.
So I think that justifies an 8.
All right. Fair.
But listen, Knowing What I Know Now is the only reason that I'm real hesitant on only giving it an 8.
You know what, dude? That's fair. Because, god damn, that shit went so hard, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, we got character design.
This is one where I feel like it's kind of bland, a little bit, in my opinion.
I wouldn't say it's bland. It's nothing new or exciting out of Disney.
Fair. Yeah.
Pixar is willing to go outside of their typical realm from movie to movie. Disney stays the same. These basically look like these could have easily just been extras plucked out of Frozen or Tangled or like any of those other movies.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Honestly, yeah, if you would have told me this is like the sister location of Arendelle, I would have believed you.
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of originality, they're far from it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, but I mean, I have a tough time with this because it's like Asha. I don't think she has a super distinguishable look about her.
Agreed.
Like she kind of has like a Rhea looking face. Her hair. I mean, her hair is unique for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's like the long braids. So that looks cool. But I mean, her dress, it looks like something that it reminds me very heavily of Isabella from Encanto.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, where hers was like a more pinkish purple, this one's just a purple.
Yeah.
Less flower designs and whatnot, but it's just, it felt very much like it was just too much. Like I said, it looks too much like it came out of freaking Encanto. I think she needed a more unique dress design.
Agreed.
Like, and
Absolutely
especially with
agreed.
like a Mediterranean island like that, like you could do some cool shit with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I can't even think of anything off the top of my head, but I don't know. Like you could have kept the purple color scheme and whatnot, but just change it up a little bit.
Yeah. Agreed.
But other than that, I mean the her friends all looking like the seven dwarves were pretty cool.
Now that I know that.
Now that you know that, Valentino was okay.
Yeah. I mean,
the
you know,
star is my favorite.
fair.
Like, I want one of those star plushes so bad.
I mean, it was basic king outfit, but I feel Magnifico looked really good.
Yeah, like Magnifico looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like it was. I think what did it for me was like the long flowy cape.
Yes.
Like I think that helped with his look a lot, and I like that he didn't like have a villain transformation where he went from like white to black, where it was still white. It's just his magic went from like one color to green.
Yeah, I appreciated that too.
It was like blue at first, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so blue to green. So I dug that a lot. Yeah, I mean overall, I think they have a decent enough look. This is one I'm probably shifted down a little bit. So I'm like 7.5, and I could go either 7 or 8.
I'm honestly probably a 7.
All right, I can definitely give you a 7. All right, last up, we got our own personal score. So where are you sitting?
So overall, I feel that this movie is getting way too much hate. It does not deserve the absolute hatred that it's getting because, yeah, it's not a great Disney movie, but it's not a horrible Disney movie. It definitely doesn't try anything new or anything extravagant, but the songs are really good. For the most part, the characters are decent. Just I don't know. I think it's a good, fun Disney movie that I think that if you've loved Disney from the get go, from Snow White, Cinderella, especially those, considering that those movies are driven home very much so in this one, I think you're really gonna have a good time with this. Like we've driven home so much throughout this episode. It is not Disney's best, but it is not Disney's worst. The biggest compliment I can give this movie is better than Strange World, because that movie sucked. But I cannot say that this movie sucked. This was I liked it. I had a good time with Wish. So for my personal score, I'm going to give Wish an 82.
Man, we were so close on that one. In like
How
our
close?
Personal score, I'm giving this an 83.
Okay, hell yeah.
And anytime I ask you to put in your scores first, I type mine in without hitting so I don't hit enter until like I say my score, but I type it in beforehand. So yeah, I'm surprised that we were this close together.
I am too. Yeah, this it's been a while with any movie that we've been this close with all of our scores. So
yeah,
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, I like this movie for what it was, but yeah, I mean it's basic. Ultimately, is what it comes down to. It was a well structured story. It was just the characters were on the bland side.
Yeah.
And I think it was just so much relied on like cameo or not cameos, Easter eggs, and like basically inside Disney jokes that you needed to know to kind of be able to fully grasp some of this story. So it just kind of detracted from the movie a bit.
Fair.
But I mean, it didn't affect my enjoyment too much. I was expecting to go in and enjoy it at least a little bit. So I think I enjoyed it a lot more than, or not a lot. I enjoyed it a little bit more than I thought I was going to. So it was a pleasant surprise, but it didn't like blow me out of the water. So that's why I'm only sitting at like an 83.
I remember when I was about, I was getting ready to go see this, and I knew what Caleb had thought. I was just telling myself I'm going to laugh my ass off if he actually likes this movie, and I absolutely hate it. But thankfully, that was not the case. We actually both basically feel the same way about this movie. But I was just thinking to myself, what if if I feel the exact same way the internet does about this movie? But I did not, and I'm glad for that.
Yeah. All right. So with that wraps up this week's breakdown. So going through these scores real quick, starting off with story, we are sitting at a pretty sturdy 80. Writing took a half-point bump, sitting at an 80.5. Acting jumped up a little bit, sitting at an 85. Character development was a major weak point in this film, so we ended up giving that a 77. The animation was good. The stylized look made it feel a little undone, I'll say. So we ended up giving that a 96, just because, I mean, at the end of the day, it still looked decent.
Yeah.
Music, we ended up giving an 8 out of 10. The character design, we gave a 7 out of 10. And then our personal score averaged out to an 82.5. So with that, the final All Bros letter grade for Wish has come out to a B.
Okay. Damn it, Raya's ranked higher.
Raya is ranked higher. And I bet you I can figure out why. Here, let's just for shits and giggles. Let's see what. So Raya and Wish. Okay, so we gave Raya higher story, higher writing, higher acting, which I can agree with.
Yeah, fair enough.
A lot higher character development.
I can agree with that.
Yep. Equal effects though, so equal animation.
All right.
Equal on music. We gave Raya higher character design.
Touche.
And also a higher personal.
Okay.
Damn, I can't argue with it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, I thought that I was going to disagree with it a little bit more, but yeah.
You know what the biggest thing I have against Raya and the Last Dragon is fact that this has nothing to do with the movie, but the fact that when the movie was released on physical media or physical format, the steelbook was missing the DVD. Like they didn't like I don't think that they intended to leave an open slot in the steelbook, but they did. And so the fact that I had to go out and buy just the single DVD to take it out of its case and put it in there just so the steelbook could be complete kind of, irritated me a little bit. But hey, I paid a Black Friday price for it, so it's okay. But that is literally that is the biggest problem I have with Raya and the Last Dragon, was the fact that they made me pay extra to complete the movie.
How dare they?
Yeah, freaking Disney.
All right. So going through, so we got that. So Wish is sitting at an 83.25, which puts it at a 3-way tie
Oh shit. Okay.
with Shazam and the Marvels.
Wow. Okay.
That tracks.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's cool.
That is super cool. Yeah, I don't know if if
So I don't know what to do now. For anyone that is still watching, because Kate, there he is.
cool.
I was like, oh shit. Don't tell me we just became the All Bro podcast.
Dude, that was weird because it said I
the
lost
hell?
connection. I don't know how,
Huh.
but it's weird. It's like, why would it say I lost connection, but I could still see you?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
back to the ranking.
Yeah, so back to the ranking. So Wish is at an 83.25, which puts it above Violent Night, which is at an 83.18.
All right.
It is above Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which is at an 83.06.
Okay.
Then getting into B- territory, it is above The Greatest Showman.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, it's above the Mulan remake.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
And it is above Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I can agree with that too. I think I did enjoy Wish more than Gran Turismo.
Yeah, same here. All right, going the opposite direction, it is sitting below Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
No shit.
Barely, though. 0.05%.
That is insane.
Yeah. It is below Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Okay.
It's below Toy Story 4.
Okay, I can accept that.
Again, very barely.
Okay.
It is below James Gunn's The Suicide Squad.
Okay. I can accept that.
Yeah. And it is below No Hard Feelings.
I can accept that too, because damn, that was a fun movie. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's where it's sitting.
Right.
I think it has a decent home.
I agree. Especially the fact that it's a 3-way tie. That's so freaking cool.
Yeah, that's super awesome. So yeah, totally blanked on what I was going to say. That whole disconnection thing threw me for a loop.
For a second, you were like, pause. I was like, wait, this is your episode, man. You're supposed to cap it off.
All right. Well, if you guys like this episode, want to check out more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are basically everywhere. We are on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Like, it's easier to find places that we're not. Honestly, I think the only place that we're not is Pandora, and it's just because for whatever reason I can't get them to connect our shit. Yeah, I think that's the only place that we're not.
Does anyone still use Pandora? I'm actually curious.
Not that I know of.
I actually know a very good friend of mine that still does, and every time that he
can he not afford Spotify?
I don't know, but yeah, every time like he tells me, I see the platform that he uses to listen to music. I mean, I get why he doesn't use Apple Music. You know, he has a Samsung, but I'm just like, why are you not using Spotify? Like, I'm sure it's so much easier to maneuver.
Yeah,
than Pandora.
Or I mean, freaking iHeartRadio is easier to work than Pandora.
Good point. But no, he is stuck on Pandora. He will not leave Pandora.
What a weirdo.
I really hope he didn't listen to that part.
I hope he does. But yeah, you can find us on all those platforms. We are also on social media We're on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We're on X, I guess. We don't really post to it very much anymore, like if ever. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can follow us. We're at the All Bros anywhere that you can search for that, I guess. But yeah, if you want to hit us up on social media, you can hit us up with an episode idea, answer our question of the week when I actually post them. Or if you want to join us for an episode, we would love to have anyone on. Again, at the All Bros on all of those platforms. You can also email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com or check out our website, tinyurl.com/the All Bros, where you can find links to everything that we do. You can also check out our merch store, which is going to be making a shift soon. Not yet, but soon. Now that I actually found out how to export shit in one go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, next week we will be getting into our holiday season. We'll be taking like a deeper like we'll be getting more Christmassy as we go along this month. This one wasn't quite Christmassy. The next one has Christmas themes to it. The one after that's I mean, I guess it's not really Christmas. It's a winter holiday, and then the last one that gets released on Christmas Day is a Christmas movie. So
Well, I mean,
we're having fun with that.
You could say the one before the one that gets released on Christmas. It's a Christmas/Hanukkah movie.
Christmas-esque, then.
Okay, sure. Or yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, Christmas-esque.
Yeah. So next week we will be breaking down the Chronicles of Narnia: The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So you guys can look forward to that. Until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we will catch you guys next week. Deuces.
So long.
I'm glad that Herbert's making a comeback.
I'm going to really try every week to do it, I promise.